Choosing the right optic can mean the difference between a clean, confident shot and wondering where your accuracy disappeared. Welcome to the channel, where smart value meets real performance. Stay with us, then explore the links in the description to find the rifle scope that fits your shooting style without stretching your budget. Starting our countdown at number 6 is the UUQ Rifle Scope, and it immediately tackles a frustration that often gets blamed on shooting technique instead of equipment. Slow target acquisition can steal valuable seconds before you ever settle into a precise shot. Rather than depending on magnification alone, this setup pairs a 3x to 9x rifle scope with a built-in red laser, allowing you to pick up closer targets faster before transitioning into more deliberate aiming. Fully multi-coated lenses help produce a brighter, sharper image, while the illuminated reticle stays easier to distinguish as lighting conditions begin to change. Here is something worth remembering. A laser can dramatically speed up close-range alignment, but magnified optics remain the stronger solution once distance becomes the priority. Rugged aircraft-grade aluminum construction, combined with waterproof and fog-proof sealing, makes this a dependable companion outdoors. The only real compromise is that dedicated long-range shooters may not need the added laser system. Even so, it creates a versatile starting point before our next recommendation shifts toward convenience in a completely different way. Coming in at number 5 is the PINTY Rifle Scope, built for anyone who wants more capability without building an expensive collection of accessories. Buying individual optics, lasers, and mounts can quickly push a budget far beyond expectations, but this package keeps everything together from the beginning. Alongside the variable 3x to 9x rifle scope, you also receive a laser sight, a red and green dot sight, and a riser mount that expands compatibility with your setup. That flexibility makes switching between close and medium-range shooting much more practical without constantly swapping equipment. Multi-coated optics deliver improved clarity, while waterproof and fog-proof construction helps maintain performance when weather refuses to cooperate. Here is a useful buying tip. Dedicated optics often outperform combination systems in specialized roles, but integrated packages offer exceptional convenience if versatility matters more than absolute specialization. The additional components do create a slightly more complex setup, yet they also unlock more ways to adapt. As impressive as that sounds, our next contender approaches the challenge from a completely different perspective. At number 4, the MidTen Rifle Scope proves that changing light conditions can be just as challenging as changing distances. When visibility begins to fade, simply increasing magnification rarely solves the problem. MidTen answers that with a complete 4-in-1 configuration that combines an adjustable rifle scope, a green laser, a red dot sight, and even a flashlight equipped with multiple brightness levels. Instead of relying on one aiming solution, you have several tools ready as conditions evolve throughout the day. Red and green illuminated reticles also make maintaining a clear aiming point noticeably easier when natural light starts disappearing. Here is an overlooked advantage. Pairing a magnified optic with a reflex sight allows much quicker transitions between distant precision and close-range target acquisition than relying on one optic alone. The added equipment naturally increases weight, but the extra flexibility can easily justify it depending on your shooting style. Before we move into our top 3, if one of these optics already feels like the right fit, you'll find links to every featured model weighting in the description below. Taking the 3rd position is the CVLIFE MPVO Rifle Scope, and its biggest strength isn't simply magnification. It's solving one of the most overlooked causes of inconsistent accuracy. Parallax, even a small amount of parallax, can quietly shift your point of impact, especially as distances increase. This scope counters that with versatile 2x to 10x magnification and an adjustable objective that sharpens focus while reducing parallax for more dependable shot placement. The etched glass reticle, enhanced by dual-color illumination, stays easy to see as conditions change, while exposed locking turrets allow fast, repeatable adjustments without unnecessary guesswork. Here is a practical lesson every shooter benefits from learning. Improving parallax adjustment often contributes more to real-world precision than simply adding extra magnification. Compared with fixed objective optics, this design rewards careful adjustment and consistency. It does ask a little more from the shooter, but that added control becomes increasingly valuable the farther your targets move away. Our runner-up now introduces a feature serious long-range shooters often refuse to compromise on. Earning the number 2 position is the Monstrum Hornet Rifle Scope, designed for shooters ready to move beyond basic holdovers and start making faster corrections with greater consistency. One of the biggest frustrations during longer shots is watching your reticle lose practical usefulness as magnification changes. This scope solves that by combining adjustable 6x to 24x magnification with a first focal plane X-tree reticle, allowing holdovers and range estimation to remain accurate throughout the zoom range. That translates into less mental calculation and more time concentrating on the shot itself. Another standout feature is the zero-stop elevation turret, making it remarkably easy to return to your original setting after dialing adjustments. Here is a buying insight worth remembering. First focal plane reticles provide meaningful advantages whenever distances change frequently, especially compared with second focal plane designs. The advanced reticle does require more practice to fully appreciate, but the reward is significantly greater precision. That brings us to our final entry, where overall balance becomes the deciding factor. Holding the top-ranked position is the CVLIFE Illuminated Long-Range Rifle Scope. Surprisingly, reaching farther isn't simply about adding more magnification. It depends on maintaining image quality as your target shrinks in the distance. This scope pairs a versatile 6x to 24x zoom range with a large 50mm objective lens, helping preserve brightness while allowing you to inspect distant targets with greater confidence. Red and green illuminated reticles remain clearly visible as ambient light changes, giving you a dependable aiming point throughout the day. Here is one final buying tip. Higher magnification delivers meaningful improvements only when your optic continues producing a bright, detailed image, making objective lens size just as important as zoom capability. Compared with smaller scopes, this design favors deliberate long-range precision instead of rapid target transitions. Although higher magnification naturally narrows the field of view and rewards steadier shooting technique, the combination of visibility, precision, and value makes it an impressive conclusion to this ranking. Now for the overall winner. While the CVLIFE Illuminated Long-Range Rifle Scope earned the highest ranking, the Monstrum Hornet Rifle Scope claims the winner title because its first focal plane reticle, zero-stop turret, broad magnification range, and precision-focused design deliver the strongest overall balance of performance, capability, and long-term value. If adaptability is your priority, MidTen and PINTY provide complete multi-accessory packages that simplify changing situations. UUQ remains an excellent option for faster close to medium-range shooting, while the CVLIFE MPVO AO shines with adjustable parallax and balanced precision. The CVLIFE Illuminated model remains an outstanding value for dedicated distance shooting. You'll find links to every featured rifle scope in the description below. Let us know which model earned a place on your rifle, because every smarter upgrade moves you one step closer to making every shot count.